Told you the story, but I'm going to tell it again. I was in Amsterdam when our new president was in Washington taking the oath, President Obama, and everybody was gathered around the TV. Everybody, the Americans were very popular that day. I don't know how they recognized us. What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? What's this mean? What's this mean? And the world, at least the Amsterdam world, and I heard other places, were very astonished that America would elect a black man. And I said, anything's possible in America. Anything's possible in America. I was proud to be an American that day. I don't care if you voted for him or not. That's not the issue. I was proud to be an American. Growing up, I saw racial prejudice. I've never understood it. I've hated it. I've hated it so much. Athletics has helped me, I guess, but I've hated it. I've had many homes growing up as a child. In one of my homes, I had a stepfather who forbid me to bring a black man into the house. That's not that long ago, folks. God, heal us politically, heal us racially, and heal us spiritually, so that we can understand that we can walk hand in hand with other churches and other denominations who believe the Bible is true and Jesus is the only way. We've got to find our priorities, and we've got to land on them and stand on them. For my eyes will be open and my ears attentive in prayer made in this place. If we don't do what I just said, God says He's not going to hear us. We're wasting time. Showing up, going home. My dad, who was in the Army, said, son, it's like moving dirt piles here to the other place. Don't ask me why, son, just do it. I was one of those kids. But why, Dad? He never made me do the dirt piles. America's history is interesting. We've had a clear past, we have a combative present, and we have a questionable future. Let me say that again. We have a clear past, a combative present, and a questionable future. Senator Robert Byrd said on June 25th, 1962, in no other place in the United States are there so many and such varied official evidences of deep and abiding faith in God on the part of governments as there are in Washington, D.C. Senator Byrd comments were a response to the Supreme Court decision declaring prayer in schools unconstitutional. Senator Byrd did more than speak. He led a tour where he escorted his colleagues around Washington, D.C., giving a verbal commitment at each stop. He led them to the Library of Congress, the Washington Monument, the Lincoln Memorial, the Jefferson Memorial, the Supreme Court, and other landmarks. And then he concluded, inasmuch as our greatest leaders have shown no doubt about God's proper place in the American birthright, can we in our day do less? Let me tell you a little bit about the Capitol, the courts, and the monuments. The Capitol. Every session of the House and the Senate begins in prayer today. Each house has its own chaplain today. There is a special room for prayer just off the rotunda for members of Congress only, and it's always open when Congress is in session. The focal point of the room is a stained glass window showing George Washington kneeling in prayer. Behind him is etched these words from Psalm 16:1. Preserve me, O God, for in Thee do I put my trust. The phrase, in God we trust, appears opposite the President of the Senate, who is the Vice President of the United States. The same phrase in large words inscribed in marble backdrops the Speaker of the House of Representatives. I'm just summarizing. You'd be here 3 days if I told you all the Scripture and all the evidences of our clear and Christian past. The Supreme Court, above the head of the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, are the Ten Commandments today, with the great American eagle protecting them. The great American eagle is not just some symbol that they threw up there because they liked the bird. The eagle stands for defense. and protection and power. Moses is included among the greatest lawgivers. He's in a marble sculpture group on the east front of the Supreme Court. There's a crier who opens each session and closes with these words, "God save the United States and the Honorable Court," today. In the Washington Monument, engraved on the metal cap on the top of the monument, are the words, "Praise be to God." Only pilots and God must be able to see that. The very top. Lining the walls of the stairwell are such biblical phrases as, "Search the Scripture," "Holiness to the Lord," "Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it." Library of Congress.